What up, y'all? Welcome to the nation. I'm your president, host, tour guide, the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I mop the damn floors, Mr. Monster Man Rocco, aka Rockness Monster. Some of y'all could just call me Rock. Most of y'all do. Again, welcome to the nation. No guest list tonight, though. You understand what I'm saying? No guest list tonight. Salute to Sin Rose. Check it out. So, have y'all have y'all heard Stephen A. Smith's new diss record? Yeah, son got a diss track out right now. I mean, it ain't on no beat, but I'm sure it will be soon. Like somebody, one of you know, if ain't nobody already did it, somebody put the Ether beat up under Stephen A.'s rant. The man wowed all the way out on Jason Whitlock. Now, anybody who might not know, I'm sure y'all don't know who Jason Whitlock is, because he, you know, don't nobody really know something like that. But Stephen A. Smith, I have to preface my comments with this. Like, I have had mixed opinions about like I've been mad at Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is one of the top sport analysts at ESPN and all that, right? So if y'all don't care nothing about sports or none of that, then there's the door. But Stephen A is like the face of BET, basically. And he's a black man, right? And Stephen A has pissed me off on numerous occasions. You know what I mean? The way he talked about Kyrie Irving, well, you know what I'm saying, when son was in Brooklyn. Like I was like I called Stephen A a few names. And I'm sure Stephen A knows that this is part of the business. I mean, he understands that that comes with the territory even better than me, right? Like, as a rapper, it's my job to say things that I know y'all gonna like, or that I think y'all gonna like. As a analyst and all of that, that's not necessarily the case. He know he gonna say some things that none of us like, because just because of the nature of the business, right? Me like doing blogging now, like I actually be trying. I know I'm gonna say some things that some people don't like, but I try to say it in a digestible manner. Pause. You know what I mean? Way that y'all could at least rock with. But yeah, the way he talked about Kevin Durant when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, I hated it. You know what I'm saying? The way, like on numerous occasions, I heard him talking crazy about somebody, and I done called him all kind of coons and all kind of everything. But to be fair, I always, when I was on his side, I was on his side. You know what I mean? Like he has very often been on the right side of a point that they were making. That he was arguing with Skip Bayless or whoever else. You know what I mean? But he's my dog right now. Because one thing I don't like to like I don't do this a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I try not to get or personally involved in stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and here's the thing, look, just a little bit more. Like with Stephen A, like as mad as I have been about him, I seen Stephen A making his rounds on hip hop podcasts, not necessarily hip hop podcasts. Like Cam and Mace, they show ain't necessarily a hip hop show. It's a sports show, right? But they are they are hip hop. They rappers and whatnot. Like Joe Budden, same thing. The Joe Budden podcast, it's not necessary. It's not a hip hop podcast, but Joe Budden is hip hop, whether he retired from rapping or not. Right. So when I start to see Stephen A. making his rounds to platforms and individuals that I respect, you know what I mean? Like it kind of painted some cool on him, some more cool on him. You know what I mean? Like I said, he cool sometimes. Sometimes I'm beefing with him, right? Pause. I'm sure if you search my Instagram and or my Twitter vigorously enough, you'll find something where I was cussing Stephen A. out, right? But not today, folks. He's my guy today because I don't like Jason Whitlock. I have to say that. I mean, I can't keep it all the way fake. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't like me either if he met me. You understand what I'm saying? But, like, I mean, I know on some, listen, B. When I watch people, when I don't like a person, I won't watch it. I won't watch it interviews. I won't. I don't want to do. I don't want to do none of that because I'm a mess around and like you a little bit because once you sit a person down in an interview chair from a person who know how to interview or ask good questions, they tend to humanize you. All of those things that you might have wanted to punch a man in the face about. You know what I mean? You like, oh, he ain't that bad. You understand what I'm saying? They tend to humanize, and some of that. Like that happened with Stephen A. Smith as well, right? But Jason Whitlock, I don't think is nothing he can do. I don't think he wants to be humanized. You understand what I'm saying? And Stephen A. Smith wowed out on that, man. He might as I'm telling you, he might as well start rapping. He might as well put that shit to a beat. You understand what I'm saying? What is it? Jason Whitlock? Bam, fuck J-Dub. You talking? Bam, fuck J-Dub. It would be banging, I'm telling you. Somebody remix it for him. What was I going to say? Stephen A. went down the list, like he explained why why they don't get along in the first place, which I don't even remember that because it was so much that, like, Stephen A. Smith was cussing this man out. He called them all kind of fat bastards. Ain't that body shaming? Stephen A. You might get a little bit of backlash behind that, but not from me. What was I, the ADHD? What was I going to say? Yeah, the man, he went down a list of people in the field of, or in the sports world and the analyst world and in the network world, naming names of people who don't like this nigga. I was amazed because here's the thing. I was mad at Stephen A. for some of the things he said about Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and, a couple other people. Jason Whitlock is the cooniest of the coons. He is Jerry Cooney. Only I'm sure he can't fight as good. And he black. It was some of the things that Jason Whitlock said about Carmelo Anthony made me furious. And I don't even remember what those things are now. I don't. Because it's not, it ain't that big of a deal in hindsight. It was just enough to let me know what type of nigga that is. You understand what I'm saying? And there will be no Carmelo Anthony slander on my page. I wouldn't even rock with basketball like that if it wasn't for Carmelo Anthony. Salute to Melo. Listen, me being a New Yorker, the New York Knicks was not good. So I'm not one of these New York niggas who was repping for Jordan or I'm repping LeBron or whatever. Nigga, I'm repping the block. So New York, Brooklyn, that's what I'm repping. Period. Win, lose, or draw. I'm not one of you niggas who run around, who just run to the next thing that's hot. No. So, but I'm saying this to say, even before, when I wasn't really rocking, I wasn't watching basketball so much, it wasn't that much to get excited about. New York was doing bad, right? Every year I would go to California or whatever. You go to California. If any nigga who ever been to California while Kobe was Kobeing, rest in peace to Kobe, while Kobe was Kobeing, the LA, the Laker fan base, you niggas was despicable, insufferable. I didn't even watch basketball and y'all would be in my face like this. Talking that Kobe shit, running up, cause I'm tall, y'all running up on me. Kobe, come on, B. I don't even get the reference. Well, I did, but I'm saying, when Melo came to New York, I started watching basketball because I wasn't about to watch all that losing we was doing. I'ma still rep them. I'ma rock my Knicks hats, blue and orange. Oh, salute the Fortune over fame, too, for the brim. I'ma rock my blue and orange. I'ma rep my city, and that's gonna be that. But I don't need to sit there and suffer through it, right? So when Melo came to New York, like I knew, just like I used to watch the playoffs, I used to watch the finals and all that, but I couldn't name you 5 players on no team. When Melo came to New York, I said this could be interesting. Because even though I wasn't no big, I knew enough about basketball to know that was a big deal. You know, I knew all of the comparisons to Melo and LeBron and all of that. So when he came to New York, I was like, this could get interesting. And he came there and he got us out the first round. I don't care what you niggas, my nigga, I will get you up out of here for Carmelo Anthony slander. We're not doing that here, right? So back to my point. It was some things that Jason Whitlock might have said about Carmelo Anthony that made me hate this man. And I don't even remember what they are at this point because I don't need that kind of negativity in my memory. You understand what I'm saying? But I knew that he was the worst kind. And it wasn't just him, it just started with Melo. But yeah, son just, nah. He no good. He no good. But Stephen A really, he really got him together. He took care of that. I mean, like, I'm sure Jason Whitlock gonna have some responses to Stephen A. But after you listen to what Stephen A, what can you say? He accused Stephen A of not really writing his book or something like that. He accused Stephen A of not really accomplishing the things that he said he accomplished in his book. Like, as far as, Stephen A was an athlete before, he didn't make it pro and all that, but he was telling his Al Bundy Polk High stories, and Jason Whitlock is like, fuck out of here. And Stephen A is like, that's enough. The niggas ain't been friends in since never, right? Stephen A said he has in his contract, for years, I don't care what you niggas do, you better not make me work with this nigga here. Never. That's in some contract. Do anybody got that in their contract about me? God damn, that's crazy. Talk about blackballing. Whew. But like I said, sometimes you don't even have to blacklist the nigga or blackball it or whatever you want to call it, pause. You don't even have to do that. You can just let it, listen, I'm not rocking with this nigga. I'm not telling you not to rock with him, but I'm not rocking with him. And just naturally, people will either start to watch him and see why you not rocking with him and stop rocking with him, or they want to rock with you. You understand? Nigga want to rock with me if I'm that deal. Like, Stephen A is the biggest face over there, right? If you that deal and niggas want to work with you, then sorry, homeboy over there. That's just how it goes. That's the blackball by default. Just is what it is. I've been through that. I know Puffy don't like me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, how long I been on here? 14? All right, that's it. I'm out. Y'all heard, y'all got the point. Jason Whitlock is an insufferable human being. Hey, I'm sure somebody love him, right? But just not where I'm from, right? And I'm glad, I appreciate Stephen A for taking off the gloves, you know what I'm saying? and doing what needs to be done. Cause I'm pretty sure ain't nobody gonna have no fight over there. That's not gonna turn into no violence. It's not hip hop. It's, you understand what I'm saying? So go ahead. Go ahead. Go crazy, Stephen A. You made it to the end of this video. Let me get four. Let me get four microphones. Four microphones. Alright, I'm out. Rock on, rock gone. See you on the next go round. Oh yeah, subscribe, comment, rate, like, share, hit the button for notifications. Do all the things that make a page pop. Alright, rock on.